All right, and we are live, and this is Noodle Free Mondays with your guy, Mr. C.D. Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl, the bad boy. And this show is all about weird things that are going on in society and people that have done some weird stuff. And we're going to analyze them, see what's going on with them. We got a lot of great stuff. Our noodle of the week this week is a guy I actually know. I didn't realize I know this guy. He's actually a comedian I know. So I don't know if what he did was real or not now that I know he's a comedian. But Jonathan Does Comedy. That is the guy who got stood up. Everybody's been seeing on the internet like, oh, I got flowers and the girl treated me like crap. Now, that sounds like Los Angeles dating, but I don't know if he's really selling this out too because he might just want to get famous as a comedian. So he was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll just play myself out as a sucker and get the sympathy and get famous off it. Good move. But we're going to talk about him this week and a whole bunch of other stuff, Umar, politics, whatever else is going on. I'll just play a few videos to get things started. So we'll check it out. Let me get this logo down. We're going to get some of these videos started from my crew. Of course, I'm the last skit bag, which means I'm kind of a scumbag, but that's okay. And let's get these videos going. Thank you guys for all watching. And let me get this playing, and let's get busy.
Look, I'm so sorry, okay? Coincidentally, if there's anything I can do to make this go away without involving the authorities.
Yeah. I think we work something.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
We just so we're on the same page, you're not like referring to anything kinky, are you?
Oh, fuck. I forgot my jive juice.
Oh my God. Bitch. What are you doing there?
Guys. Where is he? Here we go. Keep it fixed. This way. This way. Oh, we're gonna get that son of a bitch.
No ticket. Yes! I'm late.
God! God! Where is he? There he is. There he is. On the ground now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. This is the man. Right now. I need more Pokeballs. Pokeballs. God, I need more Pokeballs. Go. Son of a bitch. Go.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Ha! Here you go. Third. I got it.
This is some good shit.
Really good shit.
It's no surprise. The apocalypse is upon us. And let's be honest, shit's about to go down.
Having been trained by the likes of M. Bison and Sagat, who better to show you the skills and technique for survival than from someone who has lost it all.
At Brad's Apocalypse, you too will learn the ways of
the Siamese ninja, the Himalayan fucking joke, the Korean human sacrifice, the China ninja star, and the most important skill of all, American wisdom.
So if you lack the physical strength to outstand Korean drones, zombies, even your neighborhood crackhead, join Brad's Apocalypse. Your life depends on it. Call 188-APOCALYPSE. It's an Arby's number, but they know me.
All right, perfect.
Oh, shit! Yes! Yes! Hey, shit is definitely popping off now. This calls for a celebration. Random friend, order some pizza.
Wait a minute. You know, every time you order, it take like 2 hours, yo.
Yeah, man, you right.
Au contraire, we can just get my white guy.
What white guy?
No. My white guy.
Hey guys. All right, what's the situation?
White guy. We need to get some pizzas over here, but we need it here in white people time.
No problem. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna need 3 medium pizzas over here. If you can do that for us. Hey buddy, how you doing, man? Hey, hashtag White Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you think you get 3 pizzas over here for us? Hey man, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, 15 minutes and they're on the house.
The white guy does it every time.
Oh, wait. Tell me more.
1-800-WHITE-GUY assists in talking to white girls who don't date black guys yet, seating at restaurants, acquiring loans, buying condoms, run-ins with the police, moments of sympathy, hitchhiking, finding the remote, even the cure for AIDS. Just ask Charlie Sheen. That's right, 1-800-WHITE-GUY. White privilege for everyone. And he doesn't sleep. He runs off of pure white power.
All right, fellas, we need to get this pool dug out by 3 p.m., so no slacking like usual, you hear?
No prob, Rick. We're on it.
All right.
Hey, is it true that we're digging on an ancient burial ground?
Yeah, I think Brad's right. I think this is an ancient Tokioli tribe's ground.
Look, I don't care what we're digging. I would dig up my own grandmother if I got paid for it, you hear? We two get down there and dig. You know, I hate smoke. It's the absolute worst. Jesus Christ. How's it going, morons?
Oh, good, Rick. Thanks, man. Yeah. He's a nice dude. Yeah. Sky. Whoa, I found something. Oh. Whoa, like an old-ass pipe.
Whoa! Hey, there's still some green in there.
Do you think we should... Okay.
Ahoy there! You've awakened the great Genie Bunyan, and I'm here to grant you too 3 wishes.
A haunted genie? It's awesome.
Now, isn't it crazy that I came through that pipe, through both your lungs, and now I'm feeling you?
Oh, dude, you got your mind blow juice on my
I'm
hat.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I know, crazy, right? So what's your first wish, my masters?
This is you, man. This is you.
Okay. Genie, we're tired. We'd like a 10-minute break.
You shall have that, as you wish, my masters.
All right. Are you kidding me? You wasted one of your wishes on a damn 10-minute break? Why didn't you ask for $1 billion? You would have never had to work again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking out, Rick. Man, you're smart.
I've granted your first wish. Now, what shall the second be?
Well, Genie, got some suds, and we're a little hungry. So for our second wish, we wish for a 6-inch, 12-inch meatball sub.
Nice save.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Your wish is my command.
Will you just shut the fuck up? You just wasted 2 wishes on complete bullshit.
Oh, you know what, Rick? Why don't you take a hit off of it, and then you can have 3 wishes of your own.
Oh, nice, man. Share it. Are you idiots not even going to use your third wish? You guys are dumber than I thought. Oh my God, we had a whole nother wish.
Dude, for always looking out for us, we wish that Rick never has to breathe in smoke
again.
Your third wish.
Because you hate smoke,
no.
Rick.
I need smoke to make my own wishes.
I don't think it's working. Rick.
Peace,
I don't
bitches.
think it works like that, Rick.
Rick, man, we got to get back to work.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we got to get this pool done by 3, so we can't slack.
That's
Our own rules.
Yup.
And take your pants off, man. Stay a while.
Yeah, dude.
All right. It's the Skit Bags Fast Five with my man JD, the Godson, sticking and moving with the Rock M&B on his shirt. So you ready for the Fast Five questions, JD?
Let's do it.
So it's Skit Bags Radio. We out here. It's Mr. C, the Enforcer, with Rob Patillo. We about to give him the Fast Five questions from Beantown to LA. You ready for the Fast Five, Big Rob?
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Arting, collecting people and friends, and having a nice scene that I can be comfortable in. Look at me. I mean, eccentric. I need to be around people who are creative types.
That's what I'm talking about. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming through the ranks?
Get comfortable with a scene around your city if you can at first, because usually that involves friends, community. You can fall in love with being creative, and then come out here, get the shit kicked out of you night after night. Fight on the mics. They're like the Russian Depression lines in the 20s. Everybody thousands of miles waiting for 3 unpaid minutes, and you fight, and you're going to be hostile, and they're going to find out everything that's your weakness. It's like Sith Lords.
That's what I'm talking about. A sunny day in California. How would you describe your style of comedy?
Real time. I mean, I get off in real time with creative. I love when my friends are getting off in real time and creative. And yeah, if you can do that on a show, then the audience gets off, and then afterwards becomes so much fun.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And who would you say is your inspiration to do comedy?
Andy Kaufman. I'm completely blown away. I performed for his family. I wrestled the greatest woman of all time, China. I had his manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I love Andy. I mean, so much. He's just gorgeous.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Rob, give me 6 words to begin with S.
Skit bags.
1.
Special.
2.
Serendipity.
3.
Sacred.
4.
Simply.
5.
Swan.
6. That's right. 6 words to begin with S. Rob Patillo, killing it. That's what I'm talking about. The American education system works. In town's finest in the spot. Yo, Rob, you got anything to say to the people before you get out of here? Social media, what you doing? Any trouble you want to start?
Yeah, if you want to go down a crazy wormhole, just type hot dogs and applesauce onto YouTube.
That's right. Hot dogs and applesauce. Fast 5. Thank you for doing it, Rob God. We out. Skit Bags Radio, Dash Talk X. Late nights. It's the Fast Five. It's Mr. CD and Force of Skipbacks Radio. We with Shanghai. GT is Mr. CD and Force from Skipbacks Radio, Dash Radio, the Skipbacks Street Team. I just want to ask you a few questions. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, I heard about you guys, man.
Hell yeah, I'm going to get you down with what we call the Fast Five, man. We got 5 quick questions for you to get down with. So tell me, what's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Well, I don't know, man. Well, you know, it's like I got into it when I was on radio. People saying, hey, GT, you're funny. Why don't you come back? They kept on putting me on radio over and over and over. Then like one day they're like, hey, GT, you ever thought of doing comedy? And I was like, no, never. So I was like, so I hit up a comedy club. I realized it wasn't that hard.
That's what I'm talking about. And what would you tell a new stand-up comedian coming up through the ranks?
New stand-up comedian coming up through the ranks. Man. GT. That's the only one. And I'm the hottest thing coming up right now, bro. Trust me. GT, man.
So how would you describe your style of comedy?
My style of comedy is pretty I'm kind of an outgoing and raunchy. I like being nasty. I'm a nasty comic.
That's what I'm talking about. And who inspired you to be a comedian?
Who inspired me to be a comedian? Dice. I always liked Dice. Andrew Dice Clay. You know, his style of comedy. I came into the scene acting like Dice, being like Dice, and I wasn't really totally acting like him, but I was just came to the scene and I was getting banned left and right.
Inspired.
Yeah, so I was inspired by Dice, and I thought, you know, you come in here, say the things he used to say, and you'll be fine, but not really. You know, you'll get banned.
Yeah, banned quick. So last question. Give me 6 words that begin with S.
6 words that begin with S.
Mm-hmm.
Suck. Susan.
2.
S. Satellite.
3.
69.
4.
Smoke.
5.
And sniff.
That's right. That's 6 words that begin with S out in front of the flappers. Yahoo room is going down. Brothers going by on the fly. Don't dunk on nobody, fellas. Don't dunk on nobody. You know what I mean? Skipbacks Radio, Dash Radio with GT Topolian. Yo, tell them what your social media and what's coming up next with GT. And tell them where you want them to find you at, GT. Where's your stuff?
You can find me at GT Music on Twitter and GT Topolian on Facebook. GT Topolian on Instagram, and gtmusic.net is my website. gtscomedygam.com is my comedy website. Also, you can hear me on divebarcomedy.com. That's my podcast with my co-host Wild Joe, aka my wife, and as known as my wife.
Right. Well, shoot, that's great. Well, thanks again, GT, man, for showing us some love on the Fast Five, Skipbacks Radio, Dash Radio, Skipback Street Team. We out of here, man.
Thanks
Great
a lot,
talent.
man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. It's Skipbacks Radio. It's Mr. CD and Force of Dash. All right, so we got Punky Johnson here, Skipbacks Radio, Dash Radio, Skipback Street Team in the spot, getting it on the gutter side. We got the Fast Five. We're going to bang out 5 questions. We're going to start it off. You ready?
Let's go.
What's your personal motivation for doing comedy?
Me.
What would you tell a new stand-up coming through the comedy ranks?
Don't do it.
How would you describe your style of comedy?
Ignorant as fuck.
Who was your inspiration to be a comedian?
Motherfucking Richard Pryor, bitch.
Yeah.
And my mama always saying jokes in the middle of beating my ass.
Nice. So give me 6 words that begin with S.
Sexy, sassy, sick, silly, sadistic, sophisticated.
Boom, there it is. That's right. Let's thank Punky Johnson. Whatnot. Skipbacks Radio. Thank you for doing our Fast Five. Great work, great show tonight, and way to tear down Cluster Fest.
Oh man, the best.
Right
Thank you
future.
so much. Love.
Yo, so I got my man David right here. It's Mr. City Enforcers Skid Bags Radio out here doing our thing on the Skid Bag Streets. I got my man Dave, the guy from Beantown.
J.K. Simmons, one of the most incredible actors I've ever witnessed.
OG,
absolutely. So this guy, right, he's incredible, winning an Oscar for Whiplash. So much respect from everybody. We're on the set, and I've met him before, so we had a brief chat, whatever. It was very nice. Very, very, very humble guy, very generous and talking to people and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is I'm doing the scene now with him at the end where when we have the shootout. So suddenly we're doing the makeup and I feel a tap and I look and it's J.K. Simmons. He's like, hey, can I just like pitch you an idea for a second? So this is J.K. Simmons coming to me and pitching me an idea?
No, I don't have time for that. Oscar award-winning J.K. Simmons.
Like, yes, absolutely. So he's like, look, I was talking to the real cop that he's portraying, and he said when they were shooting at each other, they both had 12 or 8 bullets, and both of them ran out of bullets at the same time.
Oh shit!
At the same time, and my character, he threw the gun at him. So this was no one knew.
This is factual. That happened in real life.
Yeah, and it eventually made the cut because he told me that. I'm like,
you guys did such a great job with this movie.
So, yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like when you work in that environment, it's just, oh man, it's I'm blessed, man, and all that hard work really paid off.
Dream gig.
Now, one time, didn't you go to a festival like Vermont or something? You guys stayed in a haunted house?
Yes. Yeah, ITV Fest.
Yeah, ITV Fest.
Now, what was this haunted house story? I heard about this story. They said these guys were like running around like scared children.
Oh, dude, we all slept in the same. We put all the couches together. We all had our own bedrooms.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, we put all the couches together. We all slept in the same room, snuggled up together. That's how scared we were, dude. It was ridiculous.
Both adorable and frightening at the same time.
Describe one of the hauntings. We need to know.
Well, that's the thing. Like we looked it up online. Apparently, the place was an old hospital, like an old children's hospital. And then we broke into the back area of the house, and there were all these old little hospital rooms with creepy kids' drawings on the walls and shit. Yeah.
This is an Airbnb?
Yes.
An old tuberculosis hospital converted to an Airbnb.
That's crazy.
And the other thing was there were only 2 bars in the place, in the little town. And everyone was like, oh, you're staying there? Oh, that place is haunted. Like everyone confirmed it. And then, so the other 2 guys, Rob, who was the director for Metal Detector, he was with me. That was the year that I won for that. Yeah. And those fuckers drop us off, drive down the street, get out of the car, and come running up and break into the back of the house while we have no idea. We're just home chilling, and we're sitting there talking, watching a movie, and all of a sudden we're like, "Did you hear that?" And then we kept hearing something, and then we heard someone running upstairs down the hallway. We lost our shit. I mean, that was it. And at the same time, his buddy was downstairs waiting. So he starts banging on the window. So now we run the other direction. And then finally, I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here. And so I go out and I get on the phone. And keep in mind, I'm also calling Rob to make sure. At one point, we're like, they're fucking with us. They're totally fucking with us. Mm-hmm. So I'm calling Rob, and Rob's is all like, "Oh, no, I'm in bed, man." Like, trying to play it off.
He's like in a closet upstairs.
And then finally, I'm out in the front yard. Oh, Rob, I'm like, "You better be fucking with us. This better fucking be you." And he could tell I was about to lose my shit. And he comes running out. And I'm like, "Motherfucker!" It was.
Y'all said something else like real kind of happened after that or something, or no? Or
that's Neil.
Oh, yeah.
That's Neil seeing some stuff.
Morning, after I was told by a law enforcement source that she appeared to be medically have a medical issue and had to be taken out of the ground zero area.
Oh, man, Mrs. Clinton, we got y'all right on time before anybody got a chance to see you fall.
Mrs. Clinton, are you okay? Check her pulse. Check her pulse.
She's dead.
No. I knew I should have taken that job from Bernie.
This November,
The Secret Service has a secret of their own.
What kind of candidate says she's gonna be the president and dies on?
Let me check. Harrison, Taylor, Harding, Roosevelt, Lincoln, Garfield.
What are we gonna do? If she's dead, we're out of a job. I don't know, man. Keep her walking, keep her talking, and everything is good.
We get her in the White House and we make up policies.
Yes.
Let's go.
First question. So here's the problem with your immigration plan. It's full of empty promises.
Well, look, I like tacos a lot, but get the Mexicans out. You know, get them out.
Super delegates give it 2 thumbs up.
She's dead. She's dead.
That's it. Nailer. High five me like a nailer.
The greatest movie never deleted.
Hey, she can't talk today. Had her wisdom teeth out yesterday. So, waving.
I like quesadillas. I like guacamole. I like
Yo, is Donald Trump her enemy, man?
I can't do Hillary.
Nice. Yeah.
Woo.
A hard-hitting comedy and a surefire knockout hit.
Hillary, you animal, you're insatiable.
How does nobody know she's dead?
Super delegates give it 2 thumbs up.
In my opinion, the black race is superior, and that's a fact.
Falling into theaters near you this November.
Go Hillary.
Oh! It's fine. She's dead.
Bill's in there. He wants to have sex with her. What do we do?
Does she know? I thought that she
Oh, fuck that.
All right, Mr. Lochte, you know why you're being interrogated here today?
Oh yeah, because we're filming another commercial.
No, we're not.
You're here because of what happened at the gas station the other night. You said you were held at gunpoint?
Yeah, for sure. That 100% happened.
Okay, tell us more.
We were out there. We were helping a bunch of kids draw stuff on the sidewalk, and it was raining thunder. And the guy pulled a gun to my head, and I was like, whatever, because I'm super chillax like that. And then the gun started shooting crocodiles and bullets. There were bullets there too, and I was like, oh, and they missed me. And then I got out there and I won a bunch of gold medals.
Yeah, those are all lies.
Yeah.
Why don't you start by telling us who you were with?
Yeah. I was with Michael Phelps' son, Boomer.
His 3-month-old.
Katie Ledecky's world records, and that fat catcher kid from The Sandlot. Dun 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 dun.
Ryan, if you lie to us, it's only going to make things worse.
Oh, don't worry. I've never lied down in my entire life.
All right, look, we don't want any trouble. Just tell us what happened and we'll let you go.
All right. Me and 3 buddies, we went out.
Okay, why?
We heard there was a dead body and we wanted to check it out.
All right, good. Who was with you?
River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and the fat kid from The Catcher in the Rye.
Okay, that's the plot from Stand By Me and a book. And that's not the same fat kid. That's a fat Jerry O'Connell.
Not dad. Me. I want some water.
Now talk.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I can't swim in this. Oh, maybe I can.
I want you to watch this surveillance video. Now that's clearly you and the other 3 swimmers breaking down that bathroom door.
Oh no, that's not me.
What do you mean? No one else on earth has hair that hideous. That's Ryan Lochte. You're Ryan Lochte.
I'm Ryan Lochte. Son Boomer.
Please, Ryan. Just tell us the truth and we can all go home.
I wasn't robbed. Is that what you want to hear?
Yes.
I don't know that song. I know California Girls by Katy Perry. California
Get
girls
this
are
asshole
up in
out of
Canada,
here.
Singing a dance and dancing a Buick.
right, Volo will have to unmute himself. You figured he'd do it by now when he sees the 30 seconds comes up, but unmute yourself, Volo. And we'll get into the game. But this is Noodle Free Mondays. We in the house. Let me turn my fan off. I got the sound all sounding bad because thank God the sun is finally going down. So I think my internet's going to be okay because my box won't overheat from the sun. So the summer's coming to an end. If anybody hasn't noticed, we're approaching fall or the dog days of summer. I'm Mr. CD Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carlo, the bad boy. And I'm your resident troublemaker. Along with me, I do have my co-host who will eventually unmute himself, but he might be taking a piss or getting a drink, or he'd be watching that naked yoga and he'd be like playing with himself. So sometimes he falls asleep after he busted a nut because he'd be basking. So I don't know because he can't find the mute button. I see his phone move, but I don't know. He can't find the mute button. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. He probably fell asleep because no one fucking Bolo. He fucking fell asleep. That nigga. That nigga. Are you muted yet? Unmuted yet, nigga?
Yeah, I am.
You over there playing, man. Did you see the 30 seconds come up?
Nah.
Okay, you was over there asleep or drinking, or you was probably playing video games. You be watching movies while you doing the show. You're a disrespectful guest host. I just want to let you know that shit.
How this thing works?
Yeah, you know,
your guys now.
All right. I just want to remind you, Volo, because I think a lot of people, they do stuff on the internet and they think, oh, I just did it now. When you're dead, somebody's going to see this. So just remember that.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm just saying, when you're dead, somebody's going to see this. That's all I'm saying. So remember that when we do these shows. I don't care if 6 people are watching, because I told you on Facebook we get 100 to 500 views. After 3-4 weeks, the show has 500-600 views. So you know, I know how you young people are today, because you're one of those young people. You know, if you don't got 100,000 people on the live show, you think your show ain't shit. But there's 500 to 1,000 people secretly seeing our shows, and that's just on Facebook. That's not counting the YouTube shitty views and the Twitch shitty views and the people that's popping in off of Twitter and stuff. So even though it's not great now, I'm just saying. Now, I know you be working hard. So are you tired from work, Volo?
Yeah, man.
That's all right. You're a parent. You're a father. You work hard, and Obama has you slaving for him personally.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna give you a pass. But that's all. I will say, watching TV shows and movies during the show is not acceptable.
Oh no, I ain't watching no show or nothing. I might play a little Zelda.
Hello?
I might play a little Zelda, but
you can play video games on the show. But I've heard you tell me at least 5 to 6 times you are watching videos and movies during the show. Is that not true?
Normally I'll be watching some.
Have you not told me between 5 or 6 times since we've been doing this that you were watching some TV or video during the show?
I'll watch some YouTube before it comes on. I wasn't watching today though.
Bolo?
What?
During the show, have you not unwittingly admitted to me at least 5 or 6 times since we've been doing this that you have actually been watching some video or something? I don't mind the games.
Yeah.
But sometimes you be watching videos and TV and shit during the show.
It'd be running in the background, you know?
Completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. You're not focused. So when I ask you a question, you're like, I don't know. I don't, because you're in the fucking, you're season 3, bitch. Who, me?
No, you just broke up on me.
Oh shit! They about to do that shut down the computer shit again?
Yeah, on you, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because look, my box is not hot.
Oh.
I don't have any other computers on the internet. It's just me in this. I don't have anything up shared. But your phone might be racist, and that might be bullshit. You're just doing that Pee Wee Herman shit. I can't hear you. You break it up. Fuck out of here.
Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman.
Your rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. My favorite white man of all time. I've seen that movie, Pee Wee Herman's Greatest Adventure, at least 176 times, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny every fucking time I watch it. You know what? Let's do an ode to Pee Wee Herman. You gotta participate, Bolo. Okay?
I know you are. But what am I?
No, we're gonna go further. Because Texas people told me this doesn't really exist. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, you didn't clap or you know.
No. You know.
You suck. Yeah, you don't even have a good racist bone in your body. Jesus Christ. See, Ron DeSantis would never vote for you. Endorse you. He's not going to endorse you as mayor. That's all I know. Ron. So remember, we got other TV shows. We got the Bolo and Butthead TV show that does come in on the weekends and Saturdays and stuff like. What is that, Saturday? I think me and Bolo should shift it to earlier. Bolo, are you open earlier for that show on Saturday?
Yeah, I guess.
What is your most consistent earliest time where you're available and comfortable enough to do the show on Saturday?
I guess 3 to 5.
3 to 5 your time?
Yeah.
Okay, because I actually be sitting up here, no bullshit, drinking tequila, smoking blunts, doing stuff with my arm that makes my forearm strong because I'm bored. And so I'll be sitting here 11, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning doing nothing, though. So, because you notice how I be getting them shows and they be fucking with shit?
Yeah.
So I figured maybe we should knock it out early on Saturday and Sunday. Or Saturday. Then that way we got to do makes it just every Saturday. But that you consistent is about, would you say 3, 4 your time?
Yeah.
So that's noon my time. Did you want to do that or?
Yeah. That'll be a lot better.
All right, that works for me. All right, so that's the show on Saturday. We're going to move that up early to 3 o'clock to 3:30. We'll do 3:30 to give you some grace. 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. On Saturday, we do the Bolo and Butthead show. Let me cut off this noodle week so we can we're going to advertise our shows before we even start. I'm trying new stuff. So that's our one show that comes on Saturdays. Then our other show that comes on and whatnot is what we just had, which comes on the Monday after. Let's see where we're at with that. And that's called the My Part of Town podcast, and that comes on Monday. And that's that's Wednesday, right?
Wait, Monday and Wednesday?
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
Yeah,
that's Wednesday. So Wednesday, the My Part of Town podcast, that show's about Philadelphia. So we got the Saturday Bolo and Butthead show, which is a technology show about the future and how robots are going to kill and eat us one day. And Bolo's going to be watching a movie during that one. And on Wednesday, the My Part of Town podcast is really, I would call that Mr. BAS's show, because we just can't wait for him to call on and tell everybody that how bitches ain't shit. It is just the best thing in the world. I swear to God. It's all a show about Philly, and it's about major cities and life going on in cities. The food, the wine, the fun, the madness, the crime, the corruption, all of that. And that's what the My Part of Town podcast is about. My Part of Town, y'all. Yeah, and that's a Philly show, but anybody from your city can come and get interviewed, talk to us about what's going on. And, of course, this show is what we got going on right here. And this is Noodle Free Mondays, which is a show about things going on in the world. Now, Bolo, have you seen my brother that recently got dissed by the girl and stood up for a date after he said he talked to her for a couple of weeks? Got her flowers. She stood him up for the date. Light-skinned dude with a beard, kind of looks like you.
Nah, he don't look like me.
You don't?
Nah. But I seen the video. I seen it.
So you tell me that's not? He doesn't look like a light-skinned version of you.
Nah.
All right, so Bolo, are you doing drugs?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you slide then, because I'm about to say your perspective must be up.
You know.
He looks like a light-skinned version of you, bro. Now, Bolo, his name is Jonathan Does Comedy. Bolo, did you know he's one of my Instagram comedy friends, and I actually know this guy, and I think I've even introduced him. I know this guy.
Oh, okay.
I seen the post and I commented on it, and I realized when I commented, I was like, wait a minute, this is him. And I'm like, did he pull a comedy move and say, I know that, well, this will probably make me popular to act like I'm a little bitch? Because we talked in the DMs and whatnot, but he didn't say anything about that. But he acted like he stood up. But I was like, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
A comedian would be smart enough to know if he went on the internet and played like a pitiful little bitch, that he would be torn up. But you know what he do? Go viral. And then after a while, he get a lot of pity, and people find out he was a comedian.
Yeah.
And then his comedy would pick up. So I don't know if he's serious, because I think comedians are very smart people. And I've never met a comedian that's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah. I think Jason Black was
the most dangerous man in the world.
I seen Jason Black commented on that. He said he was the one that recognized that he was a comedian,
Well, I actually know the boy.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually know the boy. He's one of my Instagram friends. I know he's out here in LA, I believe, with me. He's out here in LA with me. He don't homie. I think I've actually introduced him and talked to him at shows, and I know the guy.
Yeah.
And whatnot, but I didn't realize it when I seen him on the video, because I used to host and talk to a lot of people in LA, and I mean hundreds of comedians at my shows I hosted. I didn't realize I know the guy, the Jonathan Comedy guy. So I don't know how serious or not he is, but I will say I used to be like him when I was younger, that character he portrayed, but just not so soft. But I was still like that. And I had a homeboy here who will still do dirty, grimy stuff, but when he really likes a girl, and this is a dude I don't hang around with no more, he acts just like that guy, but like an East Coast version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he said, Carl, I don't know why she was acting crazy. I had to call the cops on her. He was like, I think she got advantage. She was disappearing. And I was like, I was treating her like a princess. I was like, wait a minute, you be grimy any other time, Mr. One Night Stand, try to snatch a bra behind somebody's back. But then when you meet a girl you like, he acts like, oh, and the girl like treats him bad.
Yeah.
So I knew even the thing he expressed was kind of a real person. But I also think now that I know he's a comedian, and I know him personally, and now that I'm connecting that I know him, I know this guy. I've introduced before. I've hugged this guy. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. But he's my noodle of the week. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, you made him the noodle?
Yeah. Why not? I'm going to tell him too. I'm like, y'all made you the noodle week on my show, man. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Because the whole point of it is to get the weight up, right? And I think it's a good topic to talk about, whether it's real or not.
Yeah. The funniest one was Kenyatta trying not to laugh and shit.
Oh, yeah. If I tell them niggas he's my I know this dude, they'll probably lose their goddamn mind on Facebook. Crown me the king or some shit. So that's how that goes. So what else is happening out there? So you said you had a lot of noodle stories to talk about this week, Polo. Is that correct, sir?
Nah, I try to say noodle free. I try to leave the noodles alone.
Nah. Now the last show we had, you listed off about 6 things. Did you not?
Oh, yeah, that was me just going off the YouTube alone.
And this was supposed to be what we talked about on Noodle Free Monday. So why are we going to get to the show and not talk about it? Do you remember what you said, or were you as high as I was?
All I got to do is bring up the YouTube, and it's
well, bring it up. Let's go. Do your fucking job, nigga. We doing the show.
Well, the number one is the damn race riot.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Now, that's the one where the Caucasians got in a fight with the brothers at the boat thing at the boatyard.
In Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama. So, Alabama fight. Let's watch that. See, Bolo, you bring it up. I find a little video. We do a little fair use, my nigga, right?
Yeah.
And then we talk about it. Right?
I guess so.
That's what's wrong with you, colorful. That's how we do the show, Volo.
I hear you, man.
I'm pick the short one because I know you don't got a long attention span. You get an attitude quick. You get an attitude quick.
I'm playing Zelda.
Of course you're playing Zelda. We're gonna do that video game report soon. Because I want you to do some advancement. I want you to play for a while, get some stuff done so you got something to talk about. I know you ain't been playing for a minute. You've been being irresponsible, being a father and working and all that.
No, I was playing Pokemon. Yeah, and working.
Out there paying bills and being a father. You playing Zelda. All right, let's see what's going on. Let me get my fair use thing on you. Oh shit, this is NBC News. I ain't fuck on NBC News. Them niggas is racist. Well, give me a second. Let me find somebody that's like a regular person. I ain't fuck on TMZ either. TMZ racist. I ain't fuck on the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club racist. Ooh, this guy is black. This black guy probably won't.
Indisputable is still the fastest growing news show in America compared to CNN,
Hold up,
Fox News, and 30 other.
This guy one of them racist, non-racist black guys. Hold up. See how many stories he done? They done had the fight. He got 27 new stories before the fight even over. Look, massive brawl 7 hours ago, 6 hours. He got 9 videos by the time he spent all day being like white people ain't shit. That's this guy's special.
Whole lot of videos.
This is my dude though. Let me go back. Let me give him proper video credit though, because this is a very super pro black guy. I think he works for like the Blaze, but he's like the pro black guy for the Blaze that they let like talk shit. But he really works for like a white company or something. That's who he is. And you just ain't got shit to say, huh?
No.
You never seen this nigga? Rashad Richie nigga?
Nah.
What?
What's his name?
This is the new motherfucking Roland. You know who Roland is? Martin, right?
Yeah. I don't mess with Roland Martin.
No, nigga. This is the new one.
What's his name?
You about to see him put it in there, Rashad Rich. I'm put it up on the John. I give him the nigga credit. Nick, chill out, motherfucker. You over there half asleep anyway. Don't get an attitude now. Playing video games and shit. Getting drinks. Watching naked yoga. Whatever that one's about.
Whole lot of videos.
I want to give his respect because he's one of the pro black mainstream guys, but I think he works like the Blaze or like one of those mainstream companies. They're really like Republicans. They have trying to have him look hype, you know what I mean? Let's see what we got here. Let me make this shit big. I don't need my little watermark on her there, Bolo. Hey Bolo, did you get whatever format you used to make this logo? Which is probably like, I don't know if it was GIF or something. But if you can use GIF or one of the other ones, because it might be PNG, but whatever the one you can make the transit, because this was a different format. Man, dude, make all the logos like this, because then I can put them on the screen and they can be up in front of the junk like this.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because see, the other ones, they all thick and white and shit. You know what I mean? So they come up, they got backgrounds, but this one you made it with the GIF or PNG, but don't know JPEGs. But it's like GIF or PNG. I think it's PNG. And whatnot, and we can have a translucent background, and then I can actually put the logo up in the front of the screen instead of just on the back. And it also helps me kind of watermark stuff out. But anyway, let me get this off the front of the screen, and let's check out our guy, Indisputable, with Dr. Rashad Richie. You never heard of this guy?
No, I'm looking him up now.
Shit, nigga, you ain't ready.
You ain't even subscribed.
Rashad about to get in your ass. No,
Part 1, Part 2, Part
this ain't my YouTube page. This is my streaming computer, nigga. I don't put nothing personal here. Ain't nothing you ever gonna know about my life you won't see on this motherfucking screen, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? My name ain't even Carl up in this show.
We have done our best to bring you the facts as they happened. This was in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, a place called Riverfront, very popular attraction. Security guard was attacked by white males, fought back, and then more. Here it is.
That guy in the white shirt is proof
from our little dinner cruise boat.
And Bolo, have you actually seen this video and have like an opinion on this already too?
I've seen the kids swimming across.
Oh, you know what it is? You know who he works for? He works for the Young Turks.
Oh, jeez.
He's the black blade. So you know how they get? He's the black side of the Young Turks. That's who it is. The Young Turks. You know they frauds, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We got off our ship to go over there to move that black pontoon boat on his own because those guys who parked there were told not to leave it there and they left it there. So he's just pushing it off. That's funny. Ooh, confrontation with the owner.
And they bumping all up on him. Like, oh, nigga, you should have moved this shit. Oh, it's funny. He throws the hat up. He did his own. And then the homie comes up like, no, they dumping on the homie.
You know, I do not advocate violence. It was a fight between two individuals.
So let's see let's watch some more video. We don't got to hear Rashad. So and plus, that's good for fair use. So we're gonna bring it down for a second because my new thing is I want to bring videos down for a second before I bring it back up. Quick comment on the video so far, brother.
Throwing the hat in the air was funny.
No, dog. When I was in the 9th grade, we had a friend named Ben who didn't go to high school with us. He went to a Catholic high school. He was a white boy that we had met like in the 10th and 11th grade. We all went to different schools. Well, him and his friend named Sean, who was a black guy, who was kind of built like the guy right there. The black guy had went to the school and kind of disowned him as a friend and tried to bully him in front of us. So we made him go down there and fist fight him. And we really thought that Sean was going to kick this white boy's behind, right? Ben. So Sean, the guy, when Ben rolled up, was like, yo, don't be disrespecting me like that from my homies. I want a fair one. Sean went like this, grabbed his hat, and he threw it up in the air just like that. And my homie Ben, as soon as he threw it up in the air and dude got ready, he socked the crap out of it and proceeded to beat that man into the ground. Now, I thought that was about to happen to this brother, but it looks like some other brothers showed up and had his back later. So any other comments so far before we check out more of the video?
Nah, keep checking it out.
All right. Let's see what we got here. And let's move to the part where we see another video because we don't need to hear what Rashad's got to say. He knows what he got to say. And then the one young boy jumped in the water to swim across just to get in the fight. So now they roll it down there like it's so.
Y'all were talking a minute ago.
Yeah!
Now they ain't having it. What's happening? And the white girl, it's popping. It's going the wrong way now.
That what you did.
As I said,
All right, Bolo. That was the second segment there. We got to always bring it down so he got commentary. So what's your commentary words on that next segment you just saw right there?
Yeah, that's a young buzz swimming across the like 18-year-old.
Oh yeah, I'd have got tired and died in the middle. Like, yo, come save me! I was like, forget the fight, come save me. That'd be me. But they was out there. They stood up for the homie. I mean, I guess they all spent a lot of time down there, so they probably kind of know each other a little bit. And it was probably everybody was out there because it's hot. And you know, like the Terminator, when there's heat and conflict, it's bound to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Any comments at all?
Yeah, the time he got over it, he was done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He swam across there. He ain't fighting. The fight's over for him. He done burnt all his energy. Get someone across that lake.
All right. And then they got the 3 different segments here. Let's see what he's showing with these other pictures.
On the riverfront in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, a friend of mine actually texted me this. She's an NAACP leader. That area that you're looking at was actually a slave port, ironically.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a slave port.
No, I'm going to stop that right here. So, Volo, did you notice one of the things that people always say when a lot of this stuff happens is how, like, this place was a slave port. You remember when the guy did the country video? They was like, oh, that courthouse he was in front of, African Americans were hung in front of it.
Yeah.
I have some terrible news for everybody in America. Every port on the entire East Coast brought in slaves. You can't go to a single beach, to a single port, from the northern tips of Maine to the southern tips of Florida without going to a place where slaves came. So it's an invalid point to argue. I was in Virginia at Hampton University where the first slave ships came. We had a holiday called Harbor Days where we celebrated the first slave ship. So there's a perfect example. Now, remember that song with the people saying he was racist with the courthouse?
Yeah.
Now, that courthouse, they said they hung black people in front of it. Bolo, what courthouse in America do you think that black people were not hung in front of? What are you, pussy? You ain't got shit to say, nigga?
Nah, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
Fuck, I thought you. All right, Mr. Pro Black. Okay, Umar. You know, why don't you go listen to some Sugiana?
And people locally are well aware of the history of that area known as Riverfront. It went viral on Sunday night. The mayor has reacted, vows justice will prevail. Montgomery Mayor Stephen L. Reed said in a statement Sunday that several people involved in the fighting Saturday evening have now been detained. Justice will be served, end quote. Reed indicated that the man from the riverboat was attacked and that those who committed violence against him would face justice. Quote, the Montgomery Police Department acted swiftly to detain several reckless individuals for attacking a man who was doing his job, he said. Police told WSFA that the fight was reported at about 7 p.m. Saturday. So it looks as if, at least right now, the narrative is correct.
Yeah, so basically the white guys jumped on dude over a disagreement, started the fight by assaulting him first. Then they got in a madness. Let me see if he's got any other video here for me to check out. Let's see, what's this right here? What's this part? Anything to say while I'm shifting video, Bolo?
Nah, it was, hysterical.
I'm telling you and Ted Koppel, y'all got a lot in common. Let's see what else you got.
Week, once again, violence that did not have to happen, perpetrated by individuals who, in my opinion,
nobody's like, I'm about to do something.
What they did because they didn't like who he was more so than what he was doing.
And then the homie came.
All right, Jeff, thoughts.
And that was it.
That hat toss was the physical equivalent of black people screaming and hooray, and everybody coming running. Look, take some background here. On July 7th, 1911, an African-American man.
Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. A lot of those white guys and a lot of other people out there probably drunk. If you see your homeboy getting in a fight with a guy that's bigger than him kicking his butt, you're probably going to go down there and help fight him. So I don't fault them for help fighting them. Because, and you see how the brothers came back, they came back and kicked their butts in response. So final commentary on that scenario, Volo.
Yeah, it was, they was fighting.
Great. So, all right. Topic number 2. What other topic you got going on YouTube you said was noodly?
All right, let's see. Who else was on here? Let's see here. Biden's always hilarious.
What What's his most recent thing? Because you got the thing where he got caught on the phone. You know, he said he never talked to any of his associates, but they got him on like 10, 15 calls and a bunch of meetings where he's hanging out with the dudes in the business meetings. Now, did you know Hunter Biden was getting for some of these deals $83,000 a month?
You talking about the son?
Yeah, from some of these companies. These are the same companies that tell people they can't give you $15 an hour. Do you realize that a person making $13 an hour who now gets $15 an hour times that $2 for 40 hours a week, that's $80 times 4. That's an extra $240 a month that a company says they can't give somebody. Companies only have 400 to 1,000 people, maybe 4,000 if it's the biggest company, probably 10. Hunter Biden was getting $83,000 in 1 month. But they won't give you a $240 raise a month. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. But you know, keep voting for Democrats and Republicans. No comment, huh? All right.
You know.
All right, what other topics we got that you don't want to talk? You do not want to talk about?
It seems like everybody, all those are popping up now in the dang riverfront.
Well, because that's the hot topic. So basically, the internet is like this. Whatever is a hot topic, people will either notice it from seeing other people that they like that are successful doing it, and then they're just like, oh my God, all of them are doing it, I'm going to do a video. Or option 2 is some people actually use their little YouTube creator app and all that, and their analytics, and they have a trending section. And there's of course one on TikTok also and other places where you can check and see what the majority of people on that website are talking about at this time. And then what you do is you make a video that's about one of the top 10 things that people are talking about that's hot at this time. So when you post it, the algorithm will intentionally inject you into that conversation. And that's why you see that stream and stretch of stuff. It's an algorithm feed. You almost become a slave to the algorithm, per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got the Lizzo on here.
Now the Lizzo's thing. She done. I'm gonna get me some food. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat some chicken while I talk. What up?
Some chicken?
Yeah, I bought me one of those what are they called? Roasted bag jointsky box. From the stove. Where they cook the chicken. Rotisserie type style jointsky box.
Okay. You using the air fryer?
Well, no, this one is pre-made John from the food restaurant. Chicken comes right off the bone, dude. Right off the bone. Like, the cool thing about the supermarkets around here, they still have butchers in the supermarkets, and like they make their own stuff and cook their own stuff and stuff like that. Like, look, I just grabbed a piece of the chicken and picked it up, the whole thing, and it just broke off in my hand. Or how strong this chicken is. Okay, yeah. No resistance. That's how well cooked this is. Okay, so what was in the topic? Look, I was holding it. It just broke. It just broke in pieces. That's how succulent this thing is. Look at my hands. It's just moist. You can probably see the liquid all on my hand. My hand's probably shiny and shit. You can probably see inside my palms. They all shiny. Oh, look at look at that juice on my fingers. Look at it. Look at it. Jesus Christ. Y'all jealous? Y'all jealous? All right, brother, what was that topic again?
Lizzo.
Oh, now Lizzo. The former slave in my jeans just can't talk with this chicken on. So Lizzo has been accused of basically. What's up? I'm gonna die in the chicken on. Lizzo has basically just got Me Too. Is that correct?
She got what? Yeah.
Me too. So how do you feel about it?
You know, I wouldn't have known if it didn't pop on YouTube.
Question. Do you consider YouTube an actual news source?
Yeah, I do.
So if something pops up on YouTube and you say, I don't give a fuck, it just popped up on YouTube. Isn't that supposed to be a good thing that you saw on YouTube because now you know what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I guess so. I tried the regular stations, but I cut it off right away.
Who the fuck is watching regular TV?
Well, you know, I gotta check it for a second. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something.
That's what most of the old heads watch.
I'm gonna give you a noodle-free tip on how to watch TV. So you know how a lot of older people watch natural news, natural, regular, everyday television, cable news, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to watch all these different news channels, but I'm gonna teach everybody that's listening how to watch the news channels and get the truth. So you watch all the channels. Watch CNN, watch MSNBC, watch Fox, watch that Australian one. The Sky News, woo! Watch all 3, 4 of them, right? Watch the BBC. And then take all of them and watch that one RT. I think that's the one with Putin in them. Watch all 6 of them, right? And then take all the shows that they talk about the same thing and cross-reference everybody's information from all the news shows you watched. What you'll find is everybody's going to have their own version of what's going on, but there's going to be a consistency and cross-referencing through every single story. And guess what that consistency is, Lola? What would you call that?
The main topic?
The truth.
Yeah.
Man. Well, it's clear America's done.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know what's going on out here. Anyway, there's only 6 media companies that run all media in the world, but who cares? Thanks to Bill Clinton. It used to be 50 media companies before Bill Clinton made the Communications Act in the 90s. Anybody care about that? No. Huh?
Yeah, you know how I feel about Bill Clinton.
You didn't happen to notice that I mentioned, did I not mention about 6 different shows?
Yeah.
I think that's... Well, yeah, right. Who cares, right? Well, right. Yep, I'm sure that'll do your son very well 20 years from now, taking that attitude towards American politics.
Yeah.
Yep, parents in America, take that attitude towards American politics. I'm sure it shows your kids that you really care about their future. I only have kids. Why am I worried about what's going to happen 20 years from now? You think people who had kids would be very concerned about what's going to happen 20, 30 years from now, when their son's going to be trying to get married and buy a house. I'd be obsessed. This chicken is fucking fire. I'd be obsessed with what's going to happen to my kids 20 years from now. But that's just me. I'd be obsessed. So, that's the lesson. You better pay attention to this shit, because your kids are going to grow up under this shit you're not paying attention to. And around this line, and your poor child is going to have to eat his goddamn neighbor because you don't think it's interesting. Think about that, America. That's some noodle shit. I don't even have kids.
Going back to cannibalism, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, dog, let me tell you something. We got about 30 to 50 years before America becomes a third world country. That's why China and all of them just made the BRICS thing where they're going to start taking gold instead of American dollars for oil. That's why OPEC is overcharging us right now, because Muammar Gaddafi tried to get them to smooth gold, and we killed Muammar Gaddafi. Thank you, Obama, because he tried that. And OPEC is overcharging us now because they know that China and all them are switching to gold, and anytime we get too spicy, they can switch to it too, and we'll become one of the poorest countries in the world, and your American dollar will become like the yen in the peso. So keep thinking it's fucking funny. You got 20 years, 30 years. And ironically, when your children are going to be 25, 27 years old trying to get married and raise a family. But fuck that shit, right? Fuck, yeah, you right. Fuck it. It don't matter. It don't matter. What's another story you got to talk about that doesn't matter?
And then I see Cube.
Now, Ice Cube, he's very upset right now. He's trying to do something for the future. He needs to cut that shit out, right, Bolo? Right? Fuck that bullshit, right? No matter, right? Because he's trying to do something so you can.
Well, everybody's talking about the Tucker thing. I didn't know he was on the Breakfast Club.
He done did like about 7 or 8 interviews at this point.
I seen a couple of them, like 3 or 4, but everybody's been on the
same
Tucker
interview
now.
each time. He's just going on and just kind of ranting about how everybody's sticking him out there. Nobody's showing him love. But Ice Cube is misguided. Ice Cube needs to be trying to start a third black party with all this. Fuck all that voting for Democrats and Republicans. Fuck all that dealing with both sides. Fuck both them niggas. There's 20 million black people that vote. There's at least another 20 million white people that love black people enough to vote for the same damn shit. We probably got about 40 million out of about 160 million votes. And only 40 to 60% of America votes every presidential election. So out of that 160 million votes that are available, only about 80 million of us actually vote. So if you get 20 to 40 million people, you can destroy a presidency and decide the choice. And you don't have to vote for a single major party. And that's what my whole little president thing everybody thinks a joke is about. It's not about me winning. It's about inspiring people to know that we can take the presidency without voting for both major parties and have those dudes like looking stupid. Like, man, I guess we gotta listen to this party that wants to do actually the right stuff because he's the president. You can do this with your mayors. You can do this with your city councilmen. You can do this with your Congress. But let's keep voting for Democrats, Republicans, whatever, right? No matter. No matter. I don't know. But yeah, Ice Cube is doing his tour. He's got this little black plan that he took to Republicans and Democrats. He wants to do like a lot of other groups do. So a lot of my Asian brothers, my J bros with J fros that is cool and smooth. My Middle Eastern brothers, my Russian Ruski brothers, my Eastern European brothers. I've noticed a lot of other groups. They don't really have an understood political affiliation. Even the Latinos, I think 40% of them vote Republican. They don't really have an established group. It's kind of like who they rocking with at the time is going to give them what they want. So a lot of African Americans are trying to take that approach that, okay, well, let's just take whoever is going to give us what we want because we paid them. But how honest and genuine is that? And are they ever going to give you anything that's real? Or are they only going to give you just enough to keep paying, right? Because once they give you something real, you don't need to pay them anymore because they'll solve your problem. And anybody that knows, it's not about the cure. It's about the treatment. So I think that's what Democrats and Republicans are. They are the treatment, but they are not the cure. And the cure is independent parties. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care if you vote for your Uncle Stan. Write his ass in. Just anybody but them. Just scare the pants off them. Maybe they actually change and do something nice for them. But that's what I would tell Americans to do. Nobody's got a gun to our heads. Nobody has M16s at the voting booth. You could put Bart Simpson on the goddamn thing in about 19 states, and it's considered a legitimate vote. Yep, a write-in vote. Legal in about 19 states. So you could literally put Bart Simpson on your vote if you're in California or Pennsylvania, and that's a legitimate vote. So I think Americans need to be a little more fly. Go ahead and vote. If you don't vote, go ahead and vote and put somebody on there that nobody wants to be in. Put your weird friend that wants to be president on. Make a joke vote. Maybe one day Bart Simpson actually gets 150,000 votes in Philly for president. You feel me? Americans need to really speak with their vote. It's the only thing that nobody puts a gun to your head and lets you not do. Social media can maybe blacklist you and put you on the back burner and make you not get seen. Shadow banning, I think a lot of people call it today. But nobody can stop anybody. I don't care if you're homeless and you smell terrible. If you're registered, you got an ID, they're going to let you walk up in and hit that button. You can still mail it in. And I wish people that even hate voting, go vote and vote for somebody crazy. Vote for your friend. Vote for, maybe you got a weird uncle. I've been running for mayor for 17 years. Okay, Uncle Steve, I'm going to vote for you this year. Why not? Who cares if he doesn't win? The point is that when other major parties look at the vote tallies and they notice that there's all like 30% of the votes are for third-party candidates, they're going to be like, they're either going to acquiesce or they're going to go harder. And then all we'll do is get more independent, start their own parties, do things like that. Like Cornel West is running for the Green Party, and he was running for the People's Party. Me, I'm an independent. I think, if you're like a black person, you're like, oh, I'm pro-black, I'm trying to save the black community. I think black people should just make their own party. There's 40 million black people. They have 20 million votes. I think all black people should just take that 20 million and vote for the same people from our party all the time for mayor, for governor, for city council. So even if you don't get to be president, you'll still have people in cities all over the country, especially where you dominate, that are from your newly created party. The people's problem is they want to be the winner, but they don't want to be in the game. Get in the game. Stop trying to win. And that's what I would like to tell people about politics. Any other commentary about that last topic?
Well, we got to put our money where our ideas is what I say.
I would say there's no money. How much does social media cost you to post and share?
Well, I'm
just saying. How much does it cost for you to vote?
I hear you. I share all the time, but my candidate.
My point is not just you.
I hear you.
There's no.
We have to do it collectively. Like that's why I've been on my.
I get it, but there's no excuses. The whole point of why people don't like, share, and talk about other candidates, and maybe if they got a friend that wants to be mayor or in the city council or governor, why not at least say, hey, my idiot friend over here who thinks he can win, we don't like the Republican guys, we don't like the Democrat guys. Well, why pick the worst of two evils? Pick your stupid homie that wants to win. He's not going to win anyway, but at least when the Republicans and Democrats look at the tally sheet, like, wait, who's this guy that got 7,000 votes?
Every president.
And then what'll happen is a news reporter is going to interview you and ask you about your policy. You get what I'm saying?
Every presidential election, only one candidate says they have our vote. The black vote. Only one candidate say they have the black vote.
I would say that's not true because the new panic now is that a lot of African Americans have shifted. So back in the day, it used to be about a 3 to 7% Republican black voting thing. I think black men specifically has shifted closer to 20-25% now, voting Republican. And I think like 5 or 6% of black women have shifted over. But still overall, we're voting 80 to 85% for the Democratic Party, which is just giving the shit away. It's like free pussy. You don't even want to use a condom. You just trust them over. But I would say, because I'm not with jumping to the other side. Like fuck them. Both these parties is gangster with it. We just need to start our own third party. 20 million people. I would tell all the poor white people to start their own party. Call the Redneck Party. It's got to be a good 40 to 50 million. Redneck poor people in West Virginia and in the South and in the hills, struggling, living in shack teeth rhythm, doing meth, fighting every night. Oh, I know they in Oklahoma. I got a friend from Oklahoma. I didn't see. So why don't they make a party? The hillbilly party. I don't know. Look, I'm not trying to make a mean name, but I'm just trying to say they don't even have to be with black. They can be in their own thing. Like, hey, we the hillbilly party. We everybody in the middle of the country that used to be in the coal places where all the coal mines are at. Where all the manufacturing has disappeared from in Detroit and Central America. Why don't they call it the manufacturing party? And that's all the people who used to have manufacturing jobs that are gone now because of NAFTA, because Bill Clinton did that. Sent your jobs over to other countries for 20 cents a day. Whatever. All right. So why don't they do that? just 40 to 60 million people in America like that are non-African American. They can be racist as all get out. I wouldn't even care. Because you know why? They're going to be real. And I don't know if anybody has ever met a country person, a redneck. Rednecks ain't really that racist. They actually kind of ghetto as hell. They cuss a lot. They drink a lot. They love cigarettes. And they talk terrible to women. So I've never had a problem with a redneck. I tell you how I got a problem with them suburb dudes. They ain't never been nowhere, ain't never seen nothing. Or act bad. Those are real dudes that you be like, yo, they just say some crazy stuff to you. But hey, why do black guys talk to every girl they see? It's like, dog, I do not talk to every girl I see. You think every black guy just talks to every girl he sees that's attractive? Like, what kind of psycho? Holla. They actually think. I've been asked these questions, and I just look at them like, oh my God, you're insane. But yet, they're financially secure. They live very well, all that. But they just like have these crazy delusions. But most rednecks I meet, they make me feel like, God damn, you ain't shit, Redneck Steve. I got a friend named Heath. He been fist fighting in the street. He done ran up on somebody in his job in the elevator because the boy said something kind of slick to him one day during lunch. He seen the boy going into the elevator. This is a redneck from Oklahoma. He's a working man, father, good man, always keeps a job, doesn't do any hard drugs. Most he do is drink and smoke weed, but he's hardworking, loves playing basketball. But he's from Oklahoma. And you don't disrespect me, boy. I will take you out back and curb stomp you. This is the kind of man he is. So we had to get, and he used to work at BOFA, Bank of America. And we used to work there, and he actually doesn't work there anymore. So this is an old job. But one day some guy said something slick to him in like a meeting, and like basically disrespect / embarrass him like in the meeting in front of people. So he's seen him go into the elevator, and he pops up from the desk, slides up in the elevator with him, and just on him in the elevator like, yo, son, you want to do this now or what? He's like, yo, we go out back. We can step around the joint. And I'm talking, he looks like Justin Bieber with tattoos. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Imagine Justin Bieber with dark hair pulling up in you, looking attractive as hell, white guy style, talking about, let's go fight right now because you don't disrespect me, son. That's a redneck. So I like rednecks. I'm worried about guys with really nice clothes on that spend $12,000 for lunch, but won't give you $15 an hour. That's a motherfucking bad man. I've actually talked to these guys. I actually had like the evil laugh with them on a yacht once. I was like, dude, you're kind of like an evil villain. They're like, oh, we were like, we cleaned our glasses with the champagne and mimosa and tequila I was drinking. Yeah, that expensive white bottle you see the rappers have. It's like a $4,000 tequila. Yeah, I used to drink that and talk to those rich guys about how they destroy the world. They just laugh about it. They know it's evil, but they also know that we're sitting on a yacht and they have money and all this expensive stuff to do whatever they want. So it's like, he even kind of told me that rich guys are, a lot of rich guys that know what's up, they're kind of compromising the eternal wealth and legacy wealth for that little piece of self. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give up a little piece of self. I'm gonna screw a few people. I'm gonna underpay a few people. You know what I mean? Is it worth it in the end when you can buy a yacht? And this dude just bought a new yacht during the pandemic. During the pandemic, he went from his $1 million yacht to a $7 million yacht. During the pandemic. Okay? Why are you guys struggling? So, and I talked to him because he knows I'm running for president. These rich dudes actually support my president. Every rich dude I know that's like a billionaire. Like, man, I heard you run for president, man. Like, they're more interested in my family, my mother, my friends. They were trying to get me to be the mayor of Malibu. And then my homie broke up the relationship with them. Dude, most of the rich guys I know, they like take me seriously. It's like my family and friends and cousins and regular people that think I'm a loser. But when I tell them my ideas, they're like, wow, I could really, but whatever, right? So this guy is the kind of guy like that. But I've talked to them. They know what's going on. Their kids and maybe wives don't really know as much if they're not really involved. But the guys that make the money and the super rich guys you see in the world, about 80% of them know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what they're doing. And they kind of feel bad about it. That's why a lot of them quit in later ages. Some get sick, things like that. Their family life maybe falls apart because they're not around. But in the end, their kids will have money forever. guaranteed college, guaranteed food, wherever. If there's ever a need to leave Earth, they got enough money like Jay-Z and Beyonce for a ticket to the moon. So this is where I developed a sympathy for some of them, because actually now that I've talked to super rich guys and got to know them as people like I know you, like I know their insides, I know their faults. I know a rich guy that has like, I think he got a couple $100 million, he's trying to get to $1 billion. He can't talk to women. He doesn't know how to talk to a woman and get her coming. Like we used to have to bring him women, but hey, this is my homie, blah, blah, blah. He own this, that, and the third, da, 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 da. You should check him out. Like and then he'd be like, yeah, you know, but I've never seen him actually walk up to a chick. This guy got money. He got yachts. He got his own movie studio in LA in Malibu. He got his own house. He owned rehab centers. This dude hung with the boxer, Deontay. He be with all the boxers. He be having events to this dude, that dude. Can't even talk to a woman. But every woman he got is fine as hell. Woman I can't even get. So this is the people you really do. And I was like, oh my God, these guys they're regular guys, man. That's why you see Donald Trump seem so abrasive and you're like disappointed in him because he's rich. No, he's a regular dude, man. Regular dude. There's a phrase. Bad times make strong men. And strong men make good times. Good times then make weak men. And then weak men make bad times. And that's why you see a lot of rich people whose kids and behind them lose the money, mess up. There are a lot of mess ups that doing the drug. And then what happens is it's the cycle of humanity. And when times get so nice, like right now we have all these conveniences. So that's why you see the music is so crazy and people are so wild because we've made everything so nice. The strong men from the crashes in the 20s and when stuff was hard, people were eating like potatoes to live every day back in the 20s and 40s and going to war. And it was World War III every week. You know, we got like 4 world wars before they got to us. I was only 2, but you get what I'm saying. It was hard. And then we made these great times with them. And I got internet, 5G. I'm bagging roasted chicken off the rotisserie, chilling, talking to my people's 2,000 away like it's nothing. Working from home at a computer. Doing whatever I want. Riding electric scooters when I rent them. Get a car if I want to rent a car. Hop on a plane if I want tomorrow. Right on the internet right now. I can order whatever's legal in your state to the house. Liquor, food, or otherwise right now. But what do we say about the young kids? Oh, they weak. They soft. They just stand in the third. You ever seen a rich kid, just like super rich? He been rich his whole life. He doesn't know his real friends. Oh, man. Weakest dudes I ever met. Weakest, dumbest dudes I ever met. But yet they went to the best schools. They have all the best opportunities. They can do anything they want anytime. And they're super talented and smart. That's the scary part. Meeting a dumb rich kid that's super talented. Oh, it's like, how are you got all this going for you? You're just like, I did it. I'm gonna burn this whole $1 billion thing down. I'm like, okay. I would like open a store or something. I'd buy a hotel. I'd buy an apartment building. I'd buy a parking lot and charge people parking money. And then I would like sleep in the parking lot booth if I was a rich kid loser. Right? They don't even want to do this. I even tried to talk them into doing that. Anyway. But there's a bunch of them like that. So that's a lesson for you guys to learn. I know rich people, you're very impressed by them, and famous people, you're impressed by them, but they're just like us. They just had the right opportunity, the right day, the right time. Maybe somebody told them earlier in life to put in hours. Like if I'd have known at 19 that I could have been a truck driver making $80,000 to $100,000 a month, I wouldn't even have went to college because I like to drive and I like to travel and I hated school. I gladly went to trucking school and drove an 18-wheeler from 18 years old to 20 and had a house by the time I was 22. I'm 38 now. I should have a house by now. I'd have been doing well off, investing in business, starting other real estate, but no, it was there to tell us and whatnot. You know what I mean? And that needs to change. And I just want everybody to realize that rich people are not better than you. They're not smarter than you. They don't work harder than you. They're not more genius than you. They just have somebody put them on the game and put them in the right situation at the right time. And sometimes you flat out get lucky. Our noodle of the week this week is a comedian that I realized that I know personally. Mr. Jonathan Does Comedy. It's the guy that everybody's been seeing online saying he got stood up by the girl and he got her flowers. I just realized today I know him. I clowned on this joint, like clown the thing. And I was like, wait, I know this guy. I've known you for years. I was like, matter of fact, I've introduced you at shows. I know this guy. And now, because of this situation, whether real or not, he's going to be well known. And it's not because he's better than you or smarter than you, or he came up with this little scam. Maybe he came up with this idea to be looking embarrassing, so he doesn't mind getting ridiculed if it's worth fame for his comedy. Or if it is real and he really was, you know, a blue pill guy that really just was trying to be a gentleman and perfectly, and girls, you know, women, I'm telling you, women treat you terrible. I looked at this one video, his collar was out of line. And I was thinking, I can tell you right there, brother, women deal with small things. If your collar's off, your collar's up like this and the other collar's down, you talking like, hey, how you doing? I'm a nice person. She's like, yeah, God, you look like you just rolled out of bed. Like little stuff like that matters. And that's one thing that a lot of street guys and guys that are womanizers get. The little things matter. How do you smell? How do you talk to them? The patterns and things like that. The close in, the close out. How you touch them. How you approach it. Make them laugh. Like Roger Rabbit was with Jessica Rabbit. And what did she say? Why was Jessica Rabbit with Roger Rabbit, Volo?
Well, because he was funny.
Because he made her laugh. And you wouldn't be surprised how many beautiful women are out there with a guy. Because you seen that one homeboy you got, he ugly, but ooh, he funny. He will roll to her like, hey girl, how you doing, girl? Man, I can't wait to one night rub the back of your ankles with lotion, girl. And she, oh my God, you're so crazy. What's your name? Right? I'm like, oh, I would never say that to a woman. That's so but that's his thing. He's a Roger Rabbit, you know. And you have to figure out your way to do things. And that's all of rich people are. They just Roger Rabbited their way to money, or they were born into it. And they say by the second to third generation, 70% of rich people lose all their wealth. So if you know somebody that's super rich, by the third grandchildren, great-grandchildren, 70% of the people that got all that money, it's going to be right back into society. So don't you feel bad if you're not rich. If I ever say anything, try to live longer so you can build your status. Build your legacy and leave your kids something that at least maybe your great grandkids will ruin, but at least your kids will do okay. Yes, that's a statistical fact. 70-80% lose their wealth in 2 to 3 generations. So all these people you see that's rich, like the camels, they're just hold on tight. That's why you hear about the camels, the dudes like all crazy and they're doing weird stuff. Because after a while, you'll be wow when you got all that kind of money. Dog, I know people that individually in the family, the kids probably all had an allowance of $10,000 to $30,000 a month to spend, and they could go up to $100,000 a month if they were running a business at the time, whether it was making money or not. And this was their allowance that they're like, Dad just gave them, job or not. You get what I'm saying? And if they only spend about 10 to 20,000, they would hear nothing. Their parents only get nervous when they start spending 50 to 75 a month. And they're like, hey, why are you spending so much money? A month. Yes, your yearly salary a month is when their parents say, hey, okay, maybe you're spending too much. Could you cut it down to 25 to 30,000 a month? Yeah. Mind you, his rent is already paid, probably out for a year at a dope plot. He got 2 to 3 cars he can use, his dad's dope car or his own car. Yeah. Probably got a gas card. Gets a monthly job, everything, and still can go out in the world and do anything he wants to chase his dreams. And if he has a good idea, his parents will give him a business credit card that's worth probably about $50,000. He can do anything he wants as long as he spends about $10,000 to $15,000 a month on it. That's what it's like to be rich, and these guys are not. You don't give rich people so much credit. You can do it too. You just have to find your opportunity, and if it doesn't come to you, set it up for your children. Don't let them be slaves like we are. Let them have the freedom we never had. And that's my advice to the people. So that's a good topic. Any other topics on the internet there, Bono, on Noodle Free?
No. I'm seeing Al Sharpton is a waste of my time.
Okay, wait. Now, what's this Al Sharpton business? Well, I seen he said something about something, but I didn't know exactly what it was.
I don't know, Joe. I'm seeing Judge Joe Brown. I follow Judge Joe Brown, and he must have said something stupid.
Well, you know what he called him? I heard the video. You know what Judge Joe Brown said about Al? He said He ain't nothing but a lying, scheming, backdoor baby, traitor, lying pimp. I was like, damn, Judge Joe, you really went in on him right there. Like, Judge Joe. Like, oh, he was so mad about Al Sharpton. Because I think Al Sharpton was doing some, because, he's playing the whole Democrat-Republican thing, and like Judge Joe's an independent now. But he's like, you are running for the mayor of Memphis. Anybody that's in Memphis that hears this, hey, vote for Joe Brown as your mayor of Memphis. Now, you won't get probably sleepy and tired during all the speeches, but Judge Joe Brown is running for the mayor of Memphis. Maybe he can get them from cutting up. Because I tell you, Memphis, Tennessee, when I'm president, I'm building a gate around the first day. That's my first 100 days. Build a wall around Memphis, Tennessee, and Florida. Yeah, all of Florida. We just cut that off. I might even just set bombs along the border to blow Florida off as an island for safety purposes. Well, yeah, that goes up. But I forget what Al said. So any other topics that's going on in the internet that interest your eye, sir?
I'll move on from that. Because I seen where Judge debated Eric Dyson.
Oh, Michael Eric Dyson?
Yeah.
What was that, years ago?
Nah, it was, looked like it was like 6 months ago or so.
Man, 6 months ago, in today's modern age, is like 4 years ago. Man, that was 20 minutes ago? Oh, that's a half a year. Don't talk to me about that. What happened 5 seconds ago? That was 6 months ago. 6 months ago? But I'll tell you, if you are an internet streamer, anybody out there that is a content creator, I have seen this strategy be successful. People will use stuff that was hot a year ago, 6 months ago. If they never made a video about it, people will go back and use hot topics from a year ago, a month ago that had big views, and they'll go back and do their own version of the video, and I have seen that be successful. So if you are a content creator, you may be new to content strategy, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to find something new all the time. When you get the burnout and you run out of stuff, you can always go back to old hot topics you've never addressed, and you can do them and it'll be a successful video. So that's a tip right there. I need something to drink.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm choking on a chicken. Talking while I'm eating them, choking on a goddamn chicken. What's the next topic?
You got me looking up when did that happen.
Ooh. That's what I get for talking trash while I'm eating. I'm almost killing myself, y'all. Look, I got the tears. Trying to eat some. Maybe some apple juice in me. Drink juice, be healthy. Drink water, by the way, guys. Stay hydrated. But if you ever feel tired or sweating for no reason, get some water. Some hydration in you. What's the next topic, Lolo?
Oh, and then the main one that they keep turning around, Trump getting indicted.
Oh, man, he always indicted. I'm trying to add my electric bill to his indictment. I figure they throwing everything on that bitch.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Woo. So he's indicted again, right?
Yeah. Now for this is supposed to be a little different because he, they
got the January 6th indictment. They got the initial actions that he took, I guess, because he was mad about the voting thing. So I think there's an indictment for that.
Yeah, he lied about them cheating.
Yeah. Anyway, and then we got the third indictment, which is left over from the Stormy Daniels situation, which is the original one they started with, which is basically some company he owns or has a retainer with on his behalf approached Stormy Daniels for money. So they're basically saying that Trump told him to do it. And if I know anything about these I told you guys, I hang with rich white guys. These guys always have a layer of protection. There's always like this film, right? So they do their dirt, but they do it through like a photo lens, like a trust or something like that. You know what I mean? This Trump guy, he does that with all this stuff. So this dirty son of a gun, even though he can be implicated in every single thing that he is being indicted for, what he is going to do is he's going to pass the buck to some intermediate layer, which instead of him having a direct do this, do that, the person took it on his behalf from maybe even a private conversation that's not recorded or documented, did it, and then he can say, well, Steve just did that on his own. Well, such and such LLC just did that on their own. Oh, Oceangate just built that submarine on their own. I had nothing to do with it. You get my point? And that's why you have LLCs, business registrations. And this is another thing to teach you regular people out there. If you ever, especially if you ever start getting really money like that, here's a tip if you ever get famous as an entertainer or anything big. Make an LLC that their job is to schedule all your entertainment stuff. And your LLC pays you as an entertainer that works for it. So you work for Volo LLC. And Volo LLC just hires you off for acting, entertainment, things like that. But Volo LLC also takes 10% of anything you get paid. And Volo LLC actually cuts you a check. So if anything kind of happens wrong, people can kind of sue the company and not you. And you're really just an employee. And this is the same thing they did with Black Lives Matter. The Patrice Cullors lady, how she got the houses. She was like an employee of Black Lives Matter. So she had side companies and security companies that they got paid for and then donated money to that company, then became the owner of that company. And then technically when stuff went wrong with Black Lives Matter, they're like, I don't work for Black Lives Matter, I work for this company. Well, Black Lives Matter just happened to pay this company $4 million. This is how the rich guys do it. These people are not geniuses. They are just slick and they know the game. And I would tell anybody out there that's listening, you know, teach your kids this game. And if you get the chance to play this game, dude, I've been watching this guy named Dan Pena and one of his students recently. And what I've learned from this Dan Pena situation is basically, and it's the same thing with that guy. Who's the guy that's like a mobster that gets a lot of money that everybody talks about? I can remember him. He's a Caucasian guy. He's like a former mobster's kid, but he gets a lot of money. Grant Cardone. Well, he said the same thing, and then I've heard Dan Pena talk about this, and I've heard guys that are business sharks. So you know people like Mark Cuban and all of them? They basically buy companies to sell them. They said there's no point in starting a new company. Forget starting a new company. You want to buy companies. Own all your companies under a conglomerate. And then take those 5 or 10, 15 companies that you have bought with your group of homies and you're like the chairman of with your board and you own like 50% of the profits. That's the person to organize it all, even though you don't invest a dollar. You just pull together a team of people that's with it. Then you guys buy a bunch of smaller companies under your LLC conglomerate, whatever, such and such ventures. And then when that conglomerate gets 10 or 15 or 20 companies, the evaluation is always double. So if you spend $2 million, you can sell it for $4 million. If you spent $1 billion on companies, or if the valuation for the 10 companies you own says it's $1 billion, you can sell it for $2 million. That's the business rule. Like business people won't even turn it down. He said, I didn't even think business guys would do this, but the business guys know this is possible. So anybody out there, you know a rich guy, and you really come to him with a real business plan about making a conglomerate, to make a business venture group where you guys get together and pick something like healthcare, pick something with a lot of money, you know, military, things with a lot of money in it that you want to pick. You're going to pick large businesses that have a lot of money in it. You know, entertainment, all that stuff is kind of funny, but things like healthcare, things like that, that have a lot of money. And you buy up a bunch of healthcare businesses, buy a healthcare call center, buy a medicine company. And these companies are waiting for you to come in because they only spent $300,000 on their company. So you come in and you offer them $600,000. Then you take that $600,000 you spent, you keep that company for a year, you let it reevaluate. That company's now worth $1.2 million. You can sell it for $2.4 million, or you can just add it to your total conglomerate of 5, 6, 7, 10 companies you do this with. Then at one point, when you get enough companies together that's maybe worth $250 million, you can evaluate it probably for $500 million, and you can sell it for $1 billion. And that's how the rich really get rich. No money down. You just got to find guys that have money and are willing to go into the venture things, and you want to pick people that know about the business. So you don't have to know about the business. You can be a complete idiot about the business. But what you have to do is find people who have done ventures before, that have done buys before, that have money to invest, and that have done this before. And you're going to think, oh, this rich guy isn't going to roll with me. But if you tell him a really serious plan, this rich dude will be like, you know what? I'll be on your chair. I'll be your chairman of the board. You know what? I'll be your secretary of the board. You know what? I'll be one of your investors. And you will be straight up living in an apartment with your wife like, baby, I'm trying to do this. I got to catch the bus to meet these dudes. Like, I am not joking. This is how you hear those famous stories in America about people getting rich fast and being in business. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm like a business dude. They always act like they're all cool. Like that one guy that was running for president. Oh, I'm all cool because I got businesses and I made $100 billion in sales. He really didn't. He's really broke as hell. He found a bunch of rich dudes that already wanted to do it and had the intention of making venture capitalism a purpose in life. He got them together and he was willing to be basically the CEO. A CEO is just like the president. He's just a representative that's an intermediate between the business guys and the people. And basically that's who you are. And they will let you do that for free. And they will give you 49 to 51% of the profits from your venture conglomerate. And all you got to do is be able to go out, meet people, let them know who you got on your team, let them know you got with you. And he said the people that do this business, he said they all know each other. So he said once you get a few people on your team that have done this kind of venture capitalism before, when you go out to hustle cats and tell them who you rolling with, they're like, oh, you rolling with Martin such and such? Oh, I know he did the transaction from Capital One and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, man, I know he know how to make it work. I'm going to check you out. You could be completely broke. And this is what I'm going to tell you, might decide to listen, especially if you've got a great mouthpiece and you have a business set mind, and teach your children this. Because this is how you truly get rich and rule in America. And I wish I had not have been at 46 to 7 years old just learning it. I think I probably learned this at like 43 to 44. And now I fully understand it now. At 47, soon to be 48. Man, I wish I had some rich white dad to tell me this at 19. We wouldn't be having this talk right now. We'd be on a goddamn yacht. Doing like pouring champagne on like old white ladies. Like, no, just working. So yeah, that's a tip to anybody that's out there listening. If you want to be rich, venture capitalism, and pick a market that has a lot of money. This one guy told him, he said, oh, I want to make yoga studios and such and such. And dude was like, okay, there's not enough money in yoga studios, bro. There are chains of yoga studios or your little chain clothing store. No. You don't want to do clothing or yoga. Nah, you're not going to get rich like that. You want to be billionaire rich? He said, yo, you got to be in healthcare. Maybe it's airplane or technology, things like that. And he was like, and then you buy up those businesses. He said, no, and don't start your own business. Get your money up and either buy a business yourself or get people that are down to venture capitalize with you. Use their money. You're the mouthpiece. You buy up these companies in that large venture. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to be a little cold with this and not worry about, all the good stuff that makes your employees happy. You got to be, cold. This is what business is about. But if you want to be rich, this is how you do it. And I'm sure there's a righteous way to do it. And one of the things he did say is make sure you choose something you're interested in. So the story I told you about the healthcare, the guy was into yoga studios and like something else like rehab centers or something. So the guy said, okay, don't do those yoga studios and rehab. He's like, yo, get into healthcare in general. He said, because there's money in healthcare. He said it's like $17 billion or $1 trillion in healthcare a year. Something crazy. So he's like, yo, because yoga means you care about people's health, right? And it was like something else like fruit smoothie restaurants. It was something like that where he's like, I'm going to change the stuff. Like, I'm having my own McDonald's and be a billionaire, man. My man, Dan Payne, was like, man, shut the hell up, fool. There ain't no money in that. You want to be like, you only going to make 50 million, 100 million in that. Pittance. This is how these guys really talk. And Dane told him, get into healthcare, get into the bill sales, the medical billing, get into the call centers for the medical stuff, get into the hospitals, get into this, get your conglomerate of guys together that are willing to do it. And because the rich guys, they don't want to do all the talking and basically the salesmen of buying the businesses and setting up the transaction. They want somebody like you to come along with your broke ass and then do it for them. And all you got to do is know what you're doing and have a solid plan and understand that the whole point is don't start your own company, buy or invest in other companies with a good return. You know what he said too? Never pick anything that has under a 20% return. This one guy said he only picks things that have a 40% return, so he can guarantee if anything goes wrong, he still has coverage. But Dan said 20% return. So even if something goes wrong, you still have something to cover from what you get back if something goes slow in business. So that's another piece of advice they gave. So that's free business tips and capital venturism. Because I know that rich people are kind of noodly and they're not as great as we think they are. They're regular guys like us. They're just hip to the jive, bro. They are just hip to the jive. And it's something that I want to spread amongst the people. And you teach your children, because those little buggers will pick it up real fast, faster than we will. Because, you know, we got all these morals in our way. Oh, these dignity and morals and self-respect and caring, right? The kids, they'll be treating you good in your nursing home. You're like, man, this nursing home nice. I got gold shoes on. I'm glad I taught that boy that Kemper evangelism thing. So, yeah, teach your kids that, along with Cody. So that's it. Another topic, Bolo.
Where was we at?
Well, I was talking about capital evangelism, and we talked about Donald Trump and his indictments, and that led me to capital venturism because I was telling you how rich people aren't as thorough as we think they are. They're just regular people like us. They just had opportunity or situations that put them in. Genius is situational. That's my new phrase. So what's the new topic, Bolo? You said you're on the internet watching stuff, getting angry like the old man you are. What else?
No, I'm saying playing Zelda right now.
Oh, you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Gaming report. What's up with the game, yo? What's up with the game, yo?
I just seen a rock fall down from the sky.
Are you being attacked?
No, there was a bull that ran by. I need some meat, so I meant to kill him and eat the meat.
So it was like dinner?
Yeah, that would have been my dinner. Well, you know, I need some more food. I'm trying to get my food
So
ready.
like me, you trying to get your yard bird on.
Yeah.
I got the yard bird then. I caught my chicken. It was at the supermarket in a bag. My Latino brethren cooked it. Thank God for excellent Latino brethren cooking, my brother. It's just fine. So what's going on in Zelda? You said you're running through. What mission are you on right now? Give us this damn Zelda report, brother.
I'm not on no mission, man. I'm flying.
So you just kind of roaming around?
Yeah, I made a rock. I made a rock reverse. It fell down from the sky, so I made it reverse and fly up again.
Why?
So I'm up so that I can glide down to this shrine. I ain't feel like walking.
Okay, so is there a mission or an objective you have at this moment?
No, just enjoying flying through the sky right now.
How many hearts you got? What's the heart?
I only got 6 hearts.
Oh, you've been playing around. Didn't you say you had the equipment to make new hearts?
I only got 3 of those, what are these things called? Shiny things. What are they called? Wrong button.
So tell the people how you have to get more of the shiny things so you can go to the shrine and step your level up in hearts and be better.
So actually, I do have 5 light. It's called a light of blessing. So I can get another heart container. So I might do that next.
Oh, okay. And you said you got to go down to one of those shrines and like pray?
Yeah, if I go to the shrines, that's where I get the lights of, what is it called again? The light of shrine, the light of blessing.
The light.
So I can go get in the shrine and get another one that'll make me have 6 of them.
Nice. You need 6 to get your heart or 5?
4. So I have enough to get one.
So after you use 4 of them, can you do anything with the extra ones?
Huh?
Like, okay, so you can get a heart with the light of blessings. Do the light of blessings provide any other service in Zelda?
I just died. Oh no, I had okay, I'm all right.
How you died? You just goofing around.
Yeah, because I was trying to glide down to this thing, and luckily I had a fairy on me.
How I supposed to know about it, Jack? I don't know. Wait, are you playing on the big TV?
Yeah.
Can you face your phone to the screen?
I guess so.
And just leaning on one of the statues. If you have to, I don't know if you got you might got a tripod. I don't know if you classy. You think you better than somebody. Let the people watch you play Zelda, right?
That ain't do it. What's that?
You just talking without no damn picture. Is there a case in front of the camera? Can you just simply spin the phone around physically? Or maybe the app doesn't let you view forward. I don't know. Did it have the turnaround thing on the phone? Oh, yeah, that's it. And can you make it like zoom in on the camera?
Nah, I can't do all that.
Well, can you at least kind of put it up so we can kind of see? Okay, that's cool. Can you tap on it so it focuses on the screen at all?
Let me do it this way.
Wait, what happened? Yeah. Yeah, this is how we. Yeah, and that's from now on. All the gaming reports go like this, man. All the gaming reports go like this. This is cool. This works. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make you the main motherfucking screen thing. So tell us what's going on with Zelda right here. I'm about to make you the main person, man. What am I doing here? Where's my button at? Oh, wrong button. How do I make him the main one? Oh, here it is. Solo layout. So talk to us.
So I'm about to go into this shrine that I just opened up. And do this puzzle. I don't know what it's, I got to see what it entails. And try to get another light of shining.
So wait, do you have to find something to get the light of the shining, or do you?
What are they about to tell me?
You simply have to find it.
A bouncy device.
What do you mean? You gotta explain.
I'm in a bouncy device.
So do you mean some? Go ahead.
I'm in a shrine. It's called the bouncy device. So it looks like I got to get all the way up there somehow.
So this one is more like a puzzle you got to figure out.
Yeah.
Is it always a puzzle, or is it just sometimes a straight up fight, or what's the story?
Sometimes it's a straight up fight. Other times it could be a puzzle.
Is it ever easy? Like they just let you walk up and get it like nothing?
Well, here's the bouncy device, I think. So I got to figure it out.
So what, you got to hit like certain buttons or do certain things? Are you using magic?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what magic may affect it.
Is it always magic, or do you have to do something physical like push buttons or pull levers?
I got to figure it out, man. I don't know. This is the first time I've been in this one.
So you've never done any other puzzles in this game?
No, I've done the other puzzles, but this is the first time I did this one.
Okay, so from your experience of all the puzzles, is it a combination of different things such as magic or physical? Well, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a combination of things. I got to figure out which one this one is. I never had this one before.
I tell you, you're self-centered. You still can't think about all the previous. You still talking about this one puzzle like I'm asking about this one puzzle. That's why I got mad at you the other time. When I'm going to clarify, I'm not talking about the same thing. So don't give me the same answer, okay?
Okay.
We're not talking about this one puzzle. You've played other puzzles. You have a brain. You have a memory of all the things you did in previous puzzles. What are the different ways you have solved puzzles, please?
Well, these are my magic wheel. I got one more left to get. I don't know what this one is.
Good. So, but you said it's not always magic, though.
It's not always magic. Yeah, it's usually
What
magic.
other ways have you solved puzzles?
It's usually magic. They usually give you everything that you need to do it.
I'm still confused. You said it's not always magic. So what are the other ways then?
It could be a fight. It could be, but it's usually something around you that gives you a clue to do it.
Is it only two things, magic or a fight?
Yeah, it's magic or a fight. That's usually it.
Man, that was like pulling fucking teeth. Shit. All right. So right now you're just kind of figuring out what the hell's going on. You kind of just fucking.
I don't know what this is, man. It's just a square spring sitting here. Okay. All right, look like. Okay.
Oh, yeah, close on. All right. So while you're working on that, what's the Pokemon report?
Pokemon, I'm still level like 37 or 38, and I've been my cat finally evolved to its final stage. So you know what I mean? That's the one I started with, was with the cat. At the beginning of Pokemon, they give you a choice between 3 different Pokemon to start with. So my starter one is fully evolved now.
Nice. Excellent. So that's the end of the Pokemon report. Are there any other games? You said you was looking at new games. Did you get any new games?
Yeah, I did get the Escapist.
What's that?
Well, it's a it's an indie game, and you
make it sound like it's something illegal.
No, you got to escape from jail. It's an indie game. So I got to still figure them out. Like I'm still on the very first one, and I escaped from jail the very first mission.
Wait, wait. Do you do multiple missions, or is it just one mission and you done beat the game already?
Yeah, one mission is to get out of jail. You got to escape from jail every time. So it's a puzzle game. It's like you got to get out of jail. You got to figure out how to escape from jail.
But it keeps giving you new ways to escape.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you just keep figuring out all the different ways you can escape from jail?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty deep. Ooh, I'm sweating.
And then I got all the classic games.
The Escapist. Oh, there it is. Any other thing else for the gaming report?
No, that's about it. Did this thing start bouncing?
Who said the what?
I'm trying to see if this started bouncing.
Didn't you make it pop up in the air once?
Yeah, but how did but that's not.
Oh, so you don't know what you're doing, huh?
No, I don't.
Oh man.
I gotta think, man.
Oh man. Pressure. Rush. So you can't be on it and make it go up and then jump off it?
Nah.
And your glider, your glider can't make you fly up. Your glider only lets you come down.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you need the rocket glider where you can just get some rockets on that bad boy.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
So question, is sometimes figuring it out a combination? Imagine like, oh, I got to use the lightning, then the fire, and then the tornado, and then it goes up. Like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, something. It's got to be something like that.
He needs some wall calls like a ninja. You just hit the wall. Ha.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something that I can use. Let me see. Can I bring these out in here?
And you said, so right now, does this seem like magic is the only option with this one? Or is there like maybe like a lever or a switch or something else somewhere else that may be missing that'll bring something down? So once the box goes up, maybe it brought something down that you can get on, or you think it's anything like that?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's too complex. It's going to make brain hurt. And they don't give you any specific direction in this game. You kind of just roam around, kind of like the original Zelda, and just like figure out whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
There's something right in front of me that I ain't even thinking about right now.
What happened?
It's something simple too.
It's always something simple. That's the beauty of video games. Something simple and obvious. You don't got like a grappling hook in them?
No.
I congested. I got too many fans running. I'm gonna choke myself at the time. Oh, you know what? Let me mute. That's rude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a while to figure this one out. Or maybe if I take it over there, that's it.
All right, there we go. Huh. So much food and chicken and oh, are you figuring out?
Maybe.
So what, you can control it or no?
No, I'm gonna try to use this device to shoot it up higher. So I don't know.
So what, do you just have like a grappling hook where you can just move it around or something? Since you can move it, you can drag it anywhere around the room.
Yeah, I can drag it anywhere around the room.
But you can't take it out of the room.
What in the world is going on?
I don't know, it's complex. So what weapon is this that he is using to like move it all around?
It's my what's the name hand? My movement hand.
Is that what it's called? It's just called the movement hand. It doesn't have like some cool name.
Hand. Ultra hand.
Ultra hand.
Yeah, I have ultra hand, recall, ascend, and fuse.
Ascend? What the hell is ascend? Well, you got to go to heaven?
Ascend, I can be underneath a ceiling, and I can just go shoot through the ceiling.
Oh, like go through walls?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's got to be up.
So you can't ascend just straight up?
That ain't doing it, is it?
Did you? Oh, you got it really high that time, right? No? Wow, good. That's amazing. I will say the positive thing about these games is it really like makes you think. It stretches your critical thinking. You know what I mean? I think that's what was always good about like Mario and Zelda. Even though it's fun and there's fighting, there's still like a thinking aspect to figuring out the puzzles, figuring out the rules, things like that. You know, even back in the day when maybe the rules were just simply something as small as a pattern. But now it's like they got like straight up 3D puzzle. It's like, all right, you got to hit it with 2 magic blasts of this, that. Then you got to hit this button. Then you got to sit it on that table right there so it bounces extra high. Then you got to use your movement hand. It's like, God dang. You packing it in?
Yeah. I'm step outside and think about it.
So you said, wait, you said a rock almost fell on you earlier because it was like a wild animal?
No. It was I was out here hunting. I was hunting the animals for food.
Ah.
So it was a bull or something running by me. I went to shoot it with an arrow and kill it, and use the meat to make some food. I gotta use the restroom, man. Give me a sec.
Oh, you good? You good? You good? What time frame are we at? We're at the 10:40 mark. When this show started, 8:30. So we pretty much passed the 2-hour mark. I think I should do our noodle of the week. Miss Jonathan Does Comedy. I'm gonna look up his situation. Let me find my guy. Where's he at? Let's see if I can actually find his Instagram. Let's see if it comes up. There we go. There you go. Okay, wait. Oh, man. Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna give him his video credit because, like I said, I actually know this guy. Jonathan Does Comedy. I guess he was, he was trying to, fall in love. Poor thing was trying to date in LA. I don't know how serious it is or not, but it's an example of what's going on in society. So I reviewed him as our noodle of the week. So I want to give him his credit. And this is his original video that really went viral, that everybody was checking out. 1 second here, let me get myself organized. Sure, what it over here. Does he have a title for this? And it's called Dating in LA Sucks. So there you go right there. And I will agree, dating in LA sucks. So he was legitimately trying to date in LA. So he's going to be our noodle of the week. So we're going to watch some of his video. I just want to get his stuff up here, give him fair use. He's actually a fellow LA comic. That I didn't realize I knew until I was on my IG and I seen the comment and I was like, oh wait, I know this kid. I've been following for a long time. I used to introduce this guy. So it's ironic. Let's check out his video. Let's see if it looks good here. There it is. And it's our guy. Jonathan Does Comedy. Dating in LA Sucks. And now let's see what he had to say in this video. Took a storm because everybody heard how the ladies treated him bad, but I also told him maybe I talked to him in the DMs, but I don't know if it's serious or not, but I guess maybe he's expressing something that happened. Oh, got to hit my volume. Pause.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person.
All right. So have you seen this video at all yet at all, Bolo?
Yeah, I've seen it like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, excellent. So I'm just doing I'm trying to do copyright thing, break, especially because it's got all that crazy background music in it. So I'm just doing a little copyright break, and let's get back to the video. Check it out. See what we got going on here.
I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right. I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, LA and dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind of one another. Like, what, ladies?
Well, whether he's serious or not, or maybe he did this just to prove a point, because sometimes people will do skits and things to express an experience that happened to them before the, with the internet era. But I will tell you, dating in LA does suck. Because like I told you, I know a lot of rich guys out here. So like, just like I have access to rich dudes, imagine what access beautiful women have. You know what I mean? So even though they're rare, rich guys are touchable out here. So most women that, you know, most guys would want, yeah, they could mess with you, but LA, the money is so right there that it's hard for them to commit to something that's standard and easy, because it's like, dang, I'm one good night away from a yacht. You know what I mean? I'm one good night away from a mansion in Malibu. You know what I mean? So it's hard for especially a lot of young women or attractive women to pass that opportunity up. Because the one thing I used to do, especially when I used to be pretty active in LA, is like at any time, day, night, early, 2, 3 in the morning, I could get a phone call. Like, yo, you're doing this right now. We're going out to da-da-da-da-da. You need to be here in 20 minutes. We're out. Or meet us here, and we're going to go out to Malibu. Or meet us here, we're going to go out to Sunset Yacht right now, 2 a.m. Or come down here for this party at this club. We got a table. And it's always like that. So if it's a cute girl and you're chasing her in LA and she's active at all in the streets, she gets those kind of calls. And that could be the reason why you would get stood up. What do you think, Polo?
Yeah, it happens both ways. Just last week we had where it happened the opposite way.
Yeah. No, even the girl I've been chasing, I told you I'm in love with. I got too busy doing stand-up shows and other stuff, and I totally forgot about going to a show, and I'm completely fascinated with the woman.
No, I'm talking about how Suki called, Umar for a quick date or whatever.
That's a whole nother thing.
Tell me, what did I do wrong? So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that...
Now, I'll be honest. I know this guy. I don't think he's this soft. Because I remember meeting him. I don't remember him being like this. He seemed like he was still a normal, sensitive, respectful guy. But I don't picture him like this. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't think he seemed like the kind of guy that if he really did have this kind of issue, he would hop online. But he probably has been stood up for dates before. He probably has spent 2 weeks talking to a chick before. But it might have happened when he first got to LA. But now he's just like, damn, I should make a video about that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he kind of built it up when I watched one of them. When Jason analyzed, he looked at like 3 or 4 of his videos and how he built up to this video here. Mm-hmm. The previous one. So he kind of built up to it. So we didn't know, it was kind of hard to see if he was really acting or he was just setting up the next video for the next one until he got to this one.
Yeah.
So still tough to tell. You did a good job.
Matter of fact, you guys see on the screen? There's my IG. Right here.
Oh, okay.
3 weeks ago. And I think probably even when I commented on it, I didn't even realize it was him at the time. I probably thought it was somebody else. But that's his John. There's my stuff right here. I wonder who else I know knows him. But ain't that something? Did my comment go right there? Ain't that? Anyway, let him finish.
I use somebody's side. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right. I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love.
Now, I'll be honest with you, Volo. My version of this video goes a little bit like more how Mr. BAS's video. If you get what I'm saying. You want to talk about a BAS, the biznatches ain't shite rant. Oh my God, I'd be. I'm sick of these hoes. That's why you don't like these hoes. I'm going to Tijuana. I know. Let's see. Let him finish up.
To be kind to one another. Like, what, ladies? Tell me, what did I do wrong? So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up.
You know what I mean?
And he made a new one. Matter of fact, he made a new one. On this one.
Hey everyone, I'm just taking the time out today to thank everyone for just all of the positive DMs, every message that's been sent me in regards to what's been going on for the last couple of weeks. Just every positive word, every affirmation that people sent my way about finding my person, or just DMs that said it's happened to them, both men and women. I never realized that being transparent, being honest, and being myself in a video that would lead to such a conversation starter. So I'm just taking time out to just say thank you for the support, the compassion, and a lot of the love you guys shown me over the few weeks. Never realized that by making this video or talking about the things we talked about, they would lead to such.
I can't tell, but yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I know you. So, what's your overall opinion on all of that, Volo?
I think it's a little bit of, he really got into good character. How old is this guy?
I'd say early 30s.
Maybe
late 20s, but early 30s. I don't think he's late. He might be late 30s, maybe, but I don't remember him having gray hair or anything. But I didn't get a good look at him. He has gray hair. He's probably early 40s. From what I remember, I think he was a younger guy.
Yeah. But you have to take in mind there are guys like this out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think that's why he made the video, because he's probably had similar situations. He's probably had it happen to him, boys, and he's probably heard war stories from other guys. So he probably was like, I need to make a video about this. You know what I mean? Because that is part of the internet. The internet is about awareness, and sometimes people will take just an older story that they never told before and finally tell it. Just like I remember. When I was giving out the media advice earlier, I told people that are content creators, if you're running out of topics, you can't keep up with stuff. I have seen successful content creators who go back 1, 2, 3, 4 years to news stories. Oh, this story's from 4 years ago. This story from a year and a half ago. If you never commented on a great story that you heard and it was popular, it's a good deal to kind of bring it back up. Or if you never got to address it now. And I think that's what he's doing with this. He's addressing an issue that he's probably dealt with in multiple different ways. He may have even combined them all together into one. Or he's fresh off hurt because he's making the videos, or he's a great actor. I don't know. But either way, it is a real thing. There really are guys like him. And usually what happens is, this is when you get the red pill, because eventually they get mad at women. And they'll either do like some of my Caucasian brothers will do, and go get an AK, or like some of the brothers do, just goes kidnap abroad, or some of my Latino brothers do, kidnap her and bring her to Mexico, and then everybody has their own way of expressing their love. Is the point? But they get mad, they get upset. That's why you hear the guys online saying, women ain't this and women ain't that, and calling them names and calling them the B word and all that. So that's the game. No. So that's that topic right there. So it looks like we over showtime. We got about 5 minutes left. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, that's about it. I'll save more for next time.
Final words.
Check me out on my social media, Volo Thampum Tautology. Volo Television is my YouTube. I'm gonna start making more videos, and Volo Tautology on Twitter. What is all this? What's that drawing called?
Somebody's comment.
Well, we call it X now, or whatever, Huh?
Yeah. No, I missed some comments. It looks like Julia Kavanaugh was having a great time on the show.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to Julia Kavanaugh checking out the show. Must have been enjoying me cutting up with my chicken life. I didn't even notice the comments. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta pay attention to my comments. I was having so much daggone fun.
I gotta remember my Miss D. Check the chat.
Yeah, I gotta remember to check the chat. It's up here in the right corner, but I didn't notice the red thing, and I was talking. That's what's tough about doing the show. You get to running your mouth and talking and stuff like that. And then you gotta spend time dragging answers out of your co-host.
You start talking that Ponzi economics, I leave you alone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's hard to focus on the comment section. But thanks to Jolie Kavanaugh for checking out the show. I don't know if that's my man JJ Kavanaugh. Well, thanks for checking out the show and whatnot and watching us. One love to Jolie Kavanaugh for checking out the show, putting the eyeballs on the show. And anybody else that's watching the show, thank you for watching out there. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Totally lunching on that. One love. I'm proud to Jolie Kavanaugh. There we go. That's right. Money don't get you a lady either. There you go. So shout out to Jolie Kavanaugh for watching this show. All right. Was there any other final words, Volo?
No, that's it. You know, they know where to find me. You know.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be serious about my chicken. I'm very serious about my chicken. I almost burned down a bar one time because they took my chicken away. I was ready to tear the place up. I cussed out the whole I'm like 30 people. I cussed them all out. I didn't even got there. Motherfuckers threw my chicken away when I went to the bathroom. I was pissed as shit. I was mad as two motherfuckers on a hot Sunday. All right. Any other final words, Volo?
No, that's it. You know, I went back into this shrine and I'm pissed off because it's like I don't see the solution at all. Like I am not gonna be up all night trying to figure this shit the fuck out.
I know. So make sure you guys also check out all our other shows. Sorry again about not checking the comments during the show for anybody that was watching. That's my responsibility. Thanks for watching. Checking out. Also, once again, I remember the other shows. You got the Volo, and let me get this stupid banner out of the way. The Volo and Butthead show, which is on Saturdays, which is going to be at about 5:30. What time you say he's going to do it? About 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern, or 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern? 3:30 Eastern time on Saturday. So we can have a consistent time, because I keep getting these shows now, because, you know, I'm like a little big-time comedian. So I be out doing shows. And then also I'll be trying to run after young women, because I'm trying to catch this little 28, 29-year-old thing. Ooh, she fine. So I get invited to one of the events. I gotta go. I can't look. I'm trying to get somebody pregnant like my man Jonathan Comedy. And shout out to Jonathan Comedy, man. Go like, share, and subscribe, and check his stuff out, and get that man some support. So also we got the My Part of Town podcast show, which I guess this is on Wednesday. That's a show about Philadelphia, what's going on in the city. We always want to hear what's going on in other people's city around the country, what's happening in your town, food, city, crime, drinks, love, family, language, the corner you're from, what kind of house you lived in, and that's on Wednesday. And of course, today is what we call Noodle Free Mondays, and that's where we just talk about all the crazy stuff going on in the world and why people do the things they do, talk our little bit of trash with our non-professional opinion, and also check out my little YouTube, Cat Poop Crazy Carl. Also, for comedy skits and these other shows, we also put this on Twitch, the Mr. C Twitch Gang. So if you're on Twitch, go to Mr. C Twitch Gang. And I also stream on our Skit Bags Entertainment page, which does have 150,000. Well, actually, we're like 143. We might be getting down to 135 because I think that's people hating. Who cares? Well, we're around 150,000 subscribers on our Skit Bags page. So we did a lot of great work and we got a lot of great comedy videos. And last but not least, I always like to tell everybody that life is good. Actually, let me repeat. Love is good. Life is better. You better do something that's going to make it last forever. And this is Noodle Free Mondays. Shout out to our Noodle of the Week once again, Mr. Jonathan Does Comedy, the guy who got stood up and was standing up for all the other guys who hate dating in Los Angeles and can't find the love of their life. And we are out of here. Noodle Free Mondays. See you guys one day on the My Part of Town podcast. And Mr. BS up in here so he can tell you how all these BDs ain't shit snack. We out of here. Noodle.